if you could just
Okay, I should be doing it. It says preparing to live stream the meeting. I'm killing it, you guys. I'm killing it.
You are.
Setting up your meeting for custom serve. Okay, you guys, we're done.
All right, yeah, I'm just waiting for it. Make sure it actually starts on my end.
Meeting is now streaming live.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna admit people. Sandy's coming in, and then I'm gonna make you the host because I'm killing it at this whole thing today.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much tech I've done today.
Dennis, someone's after your job.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Somebody's after your unpaid gigs.
In fairness, I am trained. I'm the one who trained her to do this. So
this has only been a couple of hours. I could be figuring out the whole who murdered the Mormons, but okay. Okay, Ellen, we're live.
We're live?
We're live, Ellen. We're live.
I
can't do everything, Ellen. I can't do the tech, and I can't be this pretty face. I can't be the spokesperson for everything, and then also tell you that we're live. Hey, everybody, we're live. This is Wicked Good Comedy. I'm Kathe Farris. I'm not even the host. I'm not even the tech. Ellen Sugarman, your host, everybody.
Hi, everybody. But we're not. Thank you very much. But actually, Dennis introduces. Oh, I'm sorry, Kathy. Maybe you don't know how shows work. But here's what happens: we have an intro video, and then we have an intro by our tech person, which is Dennis Mailer. So, and then we come on. But now everybody knows. Because no one knows women quite like a gay. I didn't take a gummy yet. I didn't even take a gummy yet.
I tried to bury this one. You guys are awful.
I feel so special. I don't feel pain anymore, so good job.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Show of comedy right now, people. This is a self-show of comedy.
Really nothing good to be watching. So this was your perfect bet, and we are so happy that you are here tonight. No, she's so cute.
I have 2 dogs, actually. The second was unplanned.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. We're all so excited.
I decided I was offended and I iced that woman out of my life.
Thank you so much for coming out to Wicked Good Comedy, part of the Comedy Studio series. This is a live interactive comedy show presented via Zoom, so please feel free to start your cameras and unmute your microphones. Do keep in mind, if you can hear us, we can probably hear you. So, if there are any distractions during the show, children, pets, food delivery, or the like, we ask that you please mute yourself while taking care of it, then turn your mics back on because we love to hear you laugh. Now that we've got that out of the way, put your hands together and welcome your host, Ellen Sugarman.
Woo! Yay! Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Oh, there we go. How's it going? Sorry if you guys were here at the beginning of the show and you had to hear me reprimand Kathy, but she needs it sometimes, and that's just how we roll here on Wicked Good Comedy. Because Kathy, somebody has to put Kathy in order. Everyone's like, "Oh, Kathy, you know, don't tell." Kathy knows what she's doing. There is a man behind that puppet, and that man is me. I am her puppet master at times, and that was just.
Then when you started offending yourself, I was like, okay. This works. First of all, I've been married for like 27 years. Like, you can't even touch this, okay? You're not even getting close to it.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm delighted. We didn't have any technical difficulties with the show. Last week we had some, unfortunately, but it was our first one back for so long, and so. And Dennis has been improving our stuff, and we're so grateful for that. So thank you. And Kathy, it was so funny the other night. somebody said to me, I went to a show, I was on a show, and then afterwards someone's like, oh my God, you're from Boston and you're Jewish? You must be so annoying. That's what someone said. I don't even have a joke for that. That's all they said.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty right.
I was like, okay, I guess that's what they think of us. That's what they think of Boston people out here, is that we're annoying.
Why are we
And,
annoying?
I don't know, or maybe it was the Jewish part of me that was annoying. I don't know. And then
Well,
the Boston part of me just talks different. But I don't know why I thought I'd tell you that. That's like the story of the rhinoceros with the fifth leg.
That was it. First of all, oh my God. First of all, it was a hippopotamus with one leg, which was false. Secondly, you stole it from another comedian who I actually tracked down, and I'm going to have her on my show so we can do some kind of Judge Judy kind of face-off thing, because this thing isn't going to stand.
Well, I didn't even like. I didn't steal it, Kathy. I didn't steal it. When I know something kind of exciting about tonight too, though, is that I'm doing comedy braless. Now, I don't know if you guys all know me that well, but that is a feat beyond my normal capabilities. It's hard for me.
Ellen,
Yeah.
I just have to say that I've just spent the last 3 hours sacrificing my murder documentary time. Okay. And actually one of my kids is having a crisis, but actually did your tech stuff and decided what I was going to wear. And I practiced what I was going to do. And I actually acted it out. And I went to my coach and I did all this stuff. 3 hours. And you're like, I'm not even wearing a bra.
But
I'm not even figuring this stuff out.
But I took a shower, so that.
First of all, I'm still in Boston. It's wicked hard when you come on and you're not even prepared, okay? And you're not taking antidepressants or any of that shit. You're just here doing your stuff. And you know what? It brings out this part of me. And I have suppressed this for fucking 24 years. And this is what you put me to.
I think it's so funny.
I think I ruined my computer. I spit on my computer.
Kathy is a clean comic until she gets with me, and then I just
no. Kathy is unraveled. You have unraveled. You have broken Kathy.
Look at the.
Let's
Oh my
start the
God.
show. Let's start the show.
I think we should just start the show.
Start the show.
Okay.
For the love of God, just start the show.
Okay, I'm gonna start the show. We have so many good comics on tonight, and so I'm wick. Hey, you know what, Kathy? This is my moment. Just let out that sigh. You said what you needed to say. Do you feel better?
Inhale love and light. Exhale the outraged I feel when Trader Joe's doesn't sell wine.
Oh, all right. Well, so I'm gonna bring to the screen our first comic. I'm so excited for this one. She had a birthday last week. She is one of my closest and dearest, and I would die for her. And she's so funny too. And so she's been on every festival that there is. And I can't think of. I know.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is the intro. This is the intro. You're basically doing your bangs while you're trying to intro this amazing, talented lady. Are you kidding me?
You guys. Sorry. I'm letting you down here, but. She's also my dog's favorite person in the whole entire world next to me. So put your hands together for the very wonderful Pamela Ross.
Thank you so much. I like how vague my introduction was, because now I can claim any credit and you can't prove it.
Nice.
I wrote for SNL, for all you know. You've seen me on Conan, maybe? Oh man, in my dreams. I'm in Connecticut. I don't have a good intro to the set because it's really set.
Well, Kathy might yell at you if that happens. So
I know I'll be I'll try and ease you guys into it. It's tough. That list is like Nazis, kink, my dad. He's a tough, he's a bird guy. We'll get into it. He loves birds, which is very disturbing. But Nazis are bad. I think we can all agree. Not a fan. I don't like. When I was just reflecting how, recently on politics, how we've gotten to this point in our country's history, and it's brought back to the infamous Charlottesville chant, Jews will not replace us. Yeah, they're less than 1% of the global population, dumb fucks. That's just math. Will not replace you. Can you count? No one can reproduce that quickly. So actually, on that point, I do agree. Not with the ideology behind it, but in terms of the numbers. I don't understand why genocide has traditionally been so high on the Nazi priority list. There's got to be easier ways to prove white people are the best, right? Like if I were in charge, God forbid, if I were in charge, number one, invest in better skincare. You want to assert the superiority of the white race? Okay, how about we all stop looking like corpses by 40? I'm just saying, I think it's funny that it's white people who age like raisins in the sun. Has anybody here read a play? No? Okay. Sandy, yes? Thank you. One of you can read, and I love that for you. I just think it's funny. I'm like, okay, why don't just mandate under eye cream by age 25? Like, it's bad, but hate is aging. It ages you. Yeah, Kathe, it's getting political. Can you believe? I voted twice. I didn't vote in 2016. I was busy banging a recovered heroin addict on my couch. He was from Southie, but I was just getting into the spirit of Boston. I went to advertising school. I went to ad school after college for two main reasons. Didn't have a plan, and binge watched Mad Men. That's really it. And I watched Mad Men and was like, I can do that. I can absolutely binge watch. I can absolutely binge drink and chain smoke indoors. Honestly, sign me up. I'm all about it. And here's the thing, going to ad school, not nearly as fun as being a man in the 60s was. Not at all. Not in the least. I am now a copywriter and a copy editor by day. Copywriting, it is really the subtle art of writing short sentences that trick the dumbest people in the world to buy stuff. That's not that impressive. I don't love it. It wouldn't be a comedy set if I didn't talk shit about one of my exes. I know that my fans are looking for that, and I would never let them down. One of my exes had a spectacular pandemic glow down because my spells are working. Or if you're religious, because God has smiled upon me. So that's been fun. But he still has like that irrepressible straight white male confidence that I just want to like bottle and chug like Gatorade. He posted a photo of himself on Instagram with the caption, "In my beefcake era." Meanwhile, I lost a dress size during the pandemic, and I'm still like working up to wearing shorts in public. I'm like still steeling myself mentally to show a little bit of lower thigh. I'm like, maybe this is the year, probably not, but maybe, but we'll see. I can't wear rompers because honestly, my thighs and my ass just eat the fabric. Just num num num. It's crazy. You know that actually your clit can get a wedgie. It's not good. I I don't like the question, do you like kids? It's like asking, do you like movies? It's too general. Like, yeah, I've seen some movies that were transformative and life-changing, and then I've seen ones that were so bad, I don't think they should have been made in the first place. But you can't abort a movie, okay? Some of them die in development hell, but you can't abort a movie. Ellen is overcome. I know that at least she is having a good time, and I appreciate that. I got a minute. Okay, what can I tell you about? I was in 4th grade when 9/11 happened, which makes me 19, and wink. And I was in 4th grade. Tough start to the school year, right? But no one talks about the silver lining of that, which was that the whole rest of the school year, if you ever acted out, just blame it on 9/11. That's what I did. If I ever misbehaved, I'd immediately be like, I guess I just missed the towers. I know that we're in suburban Connecticut, so we couldn't even see them, but I guess I just like knowing that they were there. Be like, Pamela, that's never been a good enough reason to spray Windex directly in someone's face. Like, doing that, and I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, Pamela, I love that we started with Nazis and we wrapped it up with 9/11. I mean, and in there we had, yeah, you like that one, Sandy? And in there we had a jab or two at a couple of different boyfriends. And those in the know.
Yeah. What's that? If you know, you know. That's
you know.
It's a big
I just think it's so brave of you. Like, you look at your set list and you're like, okay, Nazis, abortion, 9/11. Me, I'm like, arts and crafts. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a little controversial. Back off, Kath.
Pamela, I adore you, and I will listen to your Nazi humor any day. So,
me too. Me too. I mean, I'm a big Pam fan. She knows this. We're friends.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, to know her is to love her. To love her is to know her.
Like, I just want to point out, like, our one true groupie follower, Sandy. Are you in an Oprah magazine layout right now? I'm just wondering. I'm just worried. Like,
an Oprah layout?
Yeah, like she looks like she's in a magazine, like an Oprah magazine, like living our best lives through green.
Yeah, I know it. It does look pretty nice in there, Sandy. I got drunk in that room just the other night, so there it is.
That's not where I was bringing the show. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So are we ready for our next comic?
Yeah, Ellen,
okay.
We're all ready.
Okay. Thank you once again, Pamela Ross. Everybody, follow her on Twitter at not Pam Anderson, at not Pam Anderson, right?
Can I just point out, Ellen, that I just love the fact that you've been doing this show for months, and you have never once decided to change up how you're doing your intros, even though every week after this, we talk about the intros and how we might change them up. And yet you never do. And I have to say, I applaud you. Good for you.
Thank you. All right. Well, I'm ready for our next comic. And let's see how I do with this intro. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
She is new to Boston, but not new to comedy. She's a very, very funny girl, started in New York and is now blessing all the stages of Boston. We're so happy to have her on tonight. Please put your hands together for the very funny Caroline Cook.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, you like that one? See, I just wanted to get this off. No, I can do it. I don't like to, but I can.
Well, thank you. Give it up for your host. Give it up for your Pam. We have so much in common. I work in marketing, and I also was in 4th grade during 9/11. Oh my God.
Should we like
no?
Maybe.
What was that?
Should we get married or like no or?
Maybe, I don't know. Well, I am single. Here's a marketing joke for you. Just you, no one else. Everyone else can't listen. Is that I'm single because I have the wrong buyer. Yeah. We have my buyer's Stable Steve, but I keep trying to sell to Douchey Doug. And use alliterations to describe people in marketing, and I use them to describe my exes. How are y'all feeling, guys? We're a year into the pandemic. Oh my God, it's been a year of isolation. I live alone, I work alone, and it's been a great preview for how I'm going to die alone. So, yeah, I've been drinking seltzer. This is spiked seltzer. I've been drinking seltzer at work because I'm trying to be more bubbly, and so far just burpee, but I'll keep with it. I did have a party the other night. It was a pity party. Got hammered by myself. It was COVID safe and a lot of fun. I have also been wearing jeans because I need more structure in my life. And I would say these Gen Zs have they're right when it comes to this whole like baggy pants thing. It's the mom jeans are working for me. I just need the kids. But yeah, and I have been in quarantine. I did get a cat in quarantine. Do you guys want to see her?
Okay.
Yeah.
She's cute. Come here. This is Molly.
My cat.
This is Molly, and she's I got her all the way from Alabama. It's so cute. Her meow has a southern drawl. It's like meow, which is way better than the New England meow, which has no R. So it's just like ma. I moved to New England recently-ish. It was like a year in quarantine. So time has lost its purpose. But I moved here for the accent. Yeah, because the greatest gift I can give my future children is not to be wicked smart. It's to say wicked smart. I am single. Yeah, you couldn't tell with the killer cat opener. And yeah, I'm on the apps, and I don't know if you guys have heard about Bumble. Yeah, so Bumble's an app where the women message the men, which proves that chivalry really is dead. So yeah, I think this is exactly what Susan B. Anthony had in mind for modern day feminism, just a bunch of chicks chumming the waters. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to make up this pay gap and all this admin work. I mean, Jesus. But I got on the app and it immediately asked me for a rating. I was like, you get a rating when I get a ring. Back to work. Find me, men. And yeah, so I'm like, I'm swiping away. And then all of a sudden I hit a wall and it said, there's no more men. Update your filters or check back later, which sounded like Bumble was telling me, drop your standards or buzz off. So just what my mother, as my mother would say, honey, you'll get lucky if you just pick one. Hurry up, settle down. I want grandkids. Like, I am working on it. I am putting out the feelers, and now I'm having 12 I have a picture of me doing comedy on my profile, and now I get to have 12 conversations at the same time of men telling me how to do comedy. It's been a really special experience. Tell me all about the jokes they think I should say on stage, which is really sweet. But I'm offended because there are other facets to my personality. I also own a cat, and I became a cat lady before 30, and some would say that's an overachiever. I don't know. I'm pretty proud about it. The thing with the apps too is there's no story. Like, what's my story going to be like? Well, your dad was single and I was 30. So what's my husband going to say? Like, well, the first time I laid eyes on your mom, I was actually taking a shit. Yeah. I was swiping. I saw her and then I knew. And that's why your name's Charmin. And it's with the apps, like you don't know what it's just like a few pictures and a couple catchy phrases. Like you have no idea. Like a guy's like, "Ooh, his name's Tim," and you meet him that's a hot name. You meet him in person, he's like, "It's Timothy." Well, I didn't see that list going out of nowhere. I mean, you could have directs and someone wanted to know, but and I'm not. I mean, I know because the one thing that's not on my app is that I have a gluten allergy. No, that's something I got to catfish in person. Gotta trap them, my personality. I'm like, well, it's mild, and I'm like, well, the hottest thing is that I just love when a guy finds me a gluten-free restaurant. That's just so hot. I mean, God, even talking about it just whew, works every time. But other than Bumble, the worst app of all is Tinder. It asked me if I wanted to find a spontaneous companion. I was like, that's generous. I'm sure my parents will love that at the holidays. I'm like, Mom, I'm not single. I have a spontaneous companion. I actually did have a spontaneous companion for most of quarantine. And yeah, I've seen this guy, Quarantine Casual. He comes over one night and he gives me a tomato plant. And I was like, is this a bouquet of booty calls or some kind of nurture test? Beautiful. Thank you. And then I never heard from him again. Turns out red tomatoes, red flag. Yeah. So here I am raising this tomato plant by myself. I'm like, wow. What a player. You give like, is this like what every girl, you give other girls like succulents and I got a tomato plant, like the least romantic plant. Like, what is this, a performance review? I was like, is this, you want a BLT? Like what gives? And so, yeah. And I killed it because I'm on birth control for a reason. Not raising no shrubs with no scrubs. So, all right, that's my time. Thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you so much, Caroline.
Carol,
sorry,
so
Ellen.
much. I didn't know we were doing a
What
show
is
and tell with our pets. Look who
Who's
came
that?
to say hi.
Woo!
Say hi.
Ellen, you left the show. You left.
Well, I thought it wouldn't take me that long to go get her. Yeah. Oh, Sandy, that's a lovely, Sandy has a koala.
Oh, you do? Oh.
She has an Australian boyfriend. That's all. Caroline, thank you so much. I too have run out of options on my favorite app, Netflix. All right. So our next performer, so I'm going to do my intro on him, and then I'm going to have Kathe do. Hey, Tan, and then Kathe will do hers. He is one of Boston's favorites. He was in LA and now he's back in Boston waiting for his next move, which we're really excited for. And he was best of Boston and just one of the funniest people I know. And what else can I tell about him? I think that's it. So put your hands together for Kathe Farris, who might try to do a better job.
The next comedian was supposed to meet with me today to workshop stuff, but he had food poisoning, which I actually now I'm questioning. So after this, we're going to be actually having a doctor come in to give him some questions to see if this is really what it is, or if he just has the hustle of a comedian that he's just sucking it up and doing a show because that's what it has to take.
This is a really long intro, Kathe. I don't know who taught you to do intros.
Put your hands together for the talented, maybe a liar, big hustler, Gary Peterson.
Oh, thank you.
Gary, whose was better? Gary, whose was better?
Well, although Ellen didn't mention my medical history, I do think.
Well, all right, sorry, I saved his life
creativeness-
once from a bee sting.
That is true. So I always have to kind of go with Ellen because she saved my life. Because for 33 years, I didn't know I was allergic to bees. And I've been stung before, but my family has just dealt with it like, just go lay down, which is not what you're supposed to do. And I told Ellen, I was like, yeah, it's been like 5 days and I've been laying down. She's like, 5 days for a bee? I was like, that's what always happens. And then the hospital was like, yeah, you're dying. Come on in. So that was good. It is not food poisoning, which is a good sign. It is COVID-19. So thank you, Kathe.
Anything.
I'm pretty sure my second time getting it. I feel it coming on, and don't be weird about it. I've beaten it once, and I may beat it again. So we'll see what happens. I do have a severe shortness of breath, I did also eat a donut today, so that could be it. But I'll say this about COVID-19, having had it at least once. I don't like it, and I don't see why anyone like you hear many people, and I feel like somebody should say this. This seems obvious, right? But somebody should say, hey, I've had it and it is no good. And then when those people that come out and they're like, I'll fucking wear a mask where I'm goddamn dead son of a bitch swears. I don't think anyone's broken it down for them that, it's no picnic. I will say, if you have a friend that does get it, don't be like my friends and just kind of be judgy curious when they call me. They're like, oh my God, are you okay? Where did you get it? Where was it? Specifically, what zip code? 90292-02189. Which one? Where were you? I got it in America. I think I got it inside America. It's everywhere. Wait, what are your symptoms? Oh, are you gonna virtually re-diagnose me? Guy who was fired from a deli for stealing meat? Is that what you're gonna do? If you cut off an extra piece of cheese and you get to keep the extra piece of cheese when they go away. True story. I don't feel great, but I didn't go to a hospital. I went to a Comfort Inn. It was cheaper. And some people asked, like, why didn't you do that? And because I looked at the math, and it was about $75,000 the average ICU stay. And I am a little light. So I just upped it for a continental breakfast and some luck. I don't know. And it worked out. So I guess that's really the message of my time. I'm sort of down today, and can I be honest and vulnerable for a second? I'm a little down because my grandparents were like, they're downstairs. My dad and I live together, separate beds. And my grandparents, they were like, we need your help. We need to go to a Zoom funeral. And I was like, that sounds great. I'm glad I'm introducing you to web conferencing and something else you're familiar with. So we get the link, and they were telling me all about this person, and I was like, oh, that's sad. And I log in for him, and I said, all right, well, enjoy. I don't know. And I left, and I went for a little walk, and I saw through the window. I saw like my grandparents were like, and I could see like mortality on their face, like is on the horizon. They're in their 80s, and we got them vaccinated. Luckily, we went to the Gillette Stadium, and it was like a class reunion of 1892. It was just unbelievably old and weird. My grandmother was super dark. She's like, this feels like Auschwitz, and she's not Jewish, so she shouldn't say that. And while we were there, my grandfather did not just thank the nurse, but then said, you got any shots make Gary less retarded? Not funny. So, they have sense of humor on dark things. And I'm just seeing that they're wearing this moment on their face. And I'm like, I should go and be with them and comfort them. And I went in, and I was like, hey, are you guys all right? And they're like, we don't know this person. This is not the right. This is a black guy, and we don't know any black guys. And I was like, I know that to be true for sure. Whose funeral did you think this was? They're like, I don't know, but and then like somebody goes, shh, because they left their volume on the whole time. So during a prayer, it was interrupted by, we don't know this guy. It's a black guy. I don't know. And I just, I muted them and then said, yeah, if you want to talk, you know, you might want to hit the mute button for the conference. And they're like, they could hear us the whole time. And I was like, how long have you been saying that this is the wrong funeral? Like, well, it started about 18 minutes ago. And then we got in an argument. And I took a phone call. I was like, oh no, you took a phone call at a funeral you didn't know that you crashed and stayed at and then talked shit during. You're both my favorite people in the world. I do have to go, meaning I'm just going to stop talking and sit in my house still. But I think this was a success. I do like all of you. I'll leave you with some hope, hopefully. My grandfather is lovely. He's the light of my life every day. He gave me this. He calls me on his phone. I don't pick up because he's downstairs. And instead of leaving a message, he just walks around with the phone on. And I don't know if it's because he doesn't know how to use his phone or if he wants someone to listen to him. And then he goes outside and I hear him go, Linda, you're all right. Linda's a squirrel he's befriended, and I'm weary of their friendship. But it shows that man and animal can form something deeper in this world. Thank you very much. I'll send it back down.
Wow, oh, Gary. Oh, Gary, that was beautiful.
I just want to say, Ellen, that every day I text Gary who has a wellness check because I don't trust his grandfather.
Yeah. I think that that's a good idea. I do. And I should make it so that you only have to do it every other day, and I'll do it every other day with you. So we can just make sure.
I have trust issues, but I also have good instincts. And I don't know when they're
Well, Gary, I can speak for myself only. And some other and Kathe, let me speak for myself and just say that I am so happy that you have recovered from your COVID experience and that you got those points at the Comfort Inn. I think that's good. So both of those things are delightful. I'm glad I'm so glad you feel better and you're up and running and getting
about
better
60,
every day.
40.
Yeah. Well, we are. I don't pray, but Kathe is praying for you. And
Gary.
Yeah. So
I also sent him some very passive aggressive texts, and now I feel bad about that.
Well, Gary, thank you for doing the show, and thank you for feeling better. Both things.
Thank you.
Yeah. So and thank you for just being you, Gary. That's the best thing that you can do.
One more thank you. Thank you for not wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we have one more comic left. So I can do one of two things. I can just bring her right on, or I can talk about just a couple of things really, really quick. One is the Comedy Studio now has shows 4 nights a week. I think it's 4 nights a week. Kathy's going to help me out with this one, but we got Angela's show on Wednesday nights. We've got my show every other Thursday night. Peter Lou's show every other Thursday night. Kathe Farris show once a month. Rick Jenkins is now doing an open mic on Saturdays with feedback. I don't know if he's doing feedback, but now I just offered it up for him.
Also, Rob and Gary are going to be doing a workshop.
I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
And it's
okay. All right. Enough.
I'm sorry.
And one of the coolest things that the studio has done during this pandemic is that they opened up a school, and the school has classes and workshops, and also we're bringing in people to do special types of workshops, and the special workshops that are coming up this week or next week or soon.
Can I do mine? Can I do mine now? I'll do mine now. Can I do mine?
All right, it's Gary Peterson and Rob Crean are teaching, and Kathe Farris and Rick Jenkins are teaching. But go ahead, Kath.
Not only do we have free online shows every week, we also offer workshops, classes, and workrooms. Oh my! When do they start? At the end of March. March 28th starts with Rob Crean and Gary Peterson, who you just saw, who's super talented. For the low price of $30, you can spend a couple of hours with these very talented people. Well, how do I do that? I just go on to comedystudio.com and I register. Oh, wow. But what if I want to become a comedian like Gary Peterson or like Pam or like Carolyn? How do I do that? Well, what you do is that you go onto Eventbrite and then you take Stand Up 101. But what if I feel like I've done that and I want to do more? Then you take the workroom. We have all of these classes, all of these workshops, all of these online things. What? When did this happen? Just go on to the comedystudio.com and you'll find them all. I just did it in my own ad. I should do QVC. I'm like the Lisa Renner of dusters here.
Wow. Wow.
I just did this on myself. And just so everybody knows, I've never taken improv. I think we should go. Keep going. We've got
now I'm gonna bring up our next comic. I called her to her face the anti-Ellen, and after her set, I'll explain to you why, or you guys will probably be able to tell exactly why when she does her set. But I performed with her last weekend. She has from here in San Diego. She just did her Dry Bar comedy special, and that is coming out next month. And so keep an eye out for that. And I'm so excited that she decided to come here tonight and listen to me rant and rave. You guys put your hands together for the very funny Lisa Gilbert.
Okay, hold on just a second before I start. Hey kids, are you guys alive? Are you guys alive? Are you alive? Okay, just checking. Yeah, Mama's on the show, so be quiet, please. Okay, how you guys doing? Just I locked the door. I heard the door open, and I just want to make sure everybody's alive and still here. So yeah, Lisa Gilbert. I'm a 53-year-old mother of 9-year-old triplets.
What?
Yeah, I was waiting for Caroline's face to be like, "Holy cow, this is what Tinder does." This is it right here. I'm gonna either make some of you really, really excited or some of you really, really nervous. I got married at 44 years old and then pregnant on my honeymoon with triplets. Kind of like a Groupon. That's what I got. This actually is my second marriage. Actually, I got married when you're supposed to, when you don't know better, in your 20s. And I realized that there's a lot of differences between being married in your 20s and your 40s, right? Like in your 20s, when your man tries to go out, you're like, "Don't go. I'll miss you. Text me and call me when you get there.
Love you."
In your 40s, you're calling your man's friends talking about somebody better come pick this fool up. I need a break. Don't call, text, drive safe. I don't care what you do. Till tomorrow. Picking up your marriage bed in your 20s. Look, picking up your marriage bed in your 20s is very different than your 40s. In your 20s, you're like, "Let's get a twin. I want to be next to you all night long." In your 40s, you're at the mattress store like, "How big a beds do you make? Honey, you sleep on the east. I'll sleep on the west. Text me if you need something." It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm old mom. I'm an old mom. I know some of you are probably thinking, "Oh my gosh, 53, and she's got elementary school kids. Man, she's amazing." I'm tired. I'm all the time tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I won't get any procedure where you get to lay down. Yeah, I call them mini vacation procedures. I'm at that doctor's every single month. It's worth the copay. I don't have anything going on. I'm just there every month. And I tell that nurse to tell that doc, "Hey, take your time. I'll be right here." On the paper. My 10-year anniversary just came up. I've been married for 10 years. And don't do the math, because it looks bad. But my husband, you know, he tries to do nice things for me. He really does. And he got me a massage for our wedding anniversary. And, you know, I don't really like massages. You know, I mean, I don't like strangers rubbing on my body. You know, I'm not in college anymore. And, but I thought to myself, you know, this is one of those kind of mini vacation procedures. It's real good because you get to lay on the table. They give you some wine, right? They shoot some essential oil up in the air and everything was good. Everything was fine until some little man comes and jumps on my back. I felt like 50 Shades of Grey scared. Like I needed a safe word, like chicken nuggets. I don't like massages. I don't like massages at all. My kids are great. They're teaching me a lot. Like how to be a liar. Actually, it's what's happening right now. I'm at home. Everybody's at home. I'm like, hey, the kids are like, hey, can we go to the park today? I'm like, no, we cannot go to the park today. The park is broken. My son is like, well, you know what? I don't even want to live here anyways. I don't really care. I don't want to live here anymore. I want to live at Preston's house. I'm like, Preston's house? Well, why do you want to live at Preston's house? He's like, well, because Preston's house, you get to have screen time. We get our own iPhone 11. We get to watch TV as much as we want to. We can have all the snacks and popsicles and everything we want to. And I'm like, well, that is wonderful. You know what? I want to live at Preston's house. You know, want to know why? Because Preston's dad is hot. It's my husband's favorite joke. I married a good guy. He's good. He's not so smart. You know, you can't have it all. Good looks, good dad, and smart. He's not very smart. He's not very smart at all, actually. I came home the other day and I was tired and I just needed a snack. I needed something good. I needed some sweets, right, ladies? And I'm like, oh yeah, I need a COOKIES. Do we have any? And my husband looks at me and he says, I don't KNOW, but I hope we have cookies. The funny thing about it is my daughter picked it up. And she chimed in. She's like, Dad, you are DUMB. Oh man. So I'm biracial, half black and half white. It just means I don't know if I should crochet or play basketball. You know, grilled chicken or fried chicken. But I married a black man. And I also grew up in a white home, which means I swim. And I married a black man, and I just realized that I don't really understand Black culture. Like, I don't really understand Black culture. My husband's cousin comes to town. I'm like, hey, man, you want to come to one of my shows? And he's like, oh, yeah, for sure. No, not 4 shows. Not 4 shows, just 1 show. Did you want to come to my show? And he was like, I said for show. And I'm like, I don't understand the language of the Black people. I just looked at my husband for some interpretation. He just turned to my white side and said, honey, he's coming to your show for sure. I'm trying to get the moment back. For sure. My sister calls me up. She's like, hey, Lisa, now that you're Black, I got some questions for you. And I'm like, oh, yeah. For sure. That's my time. Thank you guys very much.
Oh, Lisa. So one of the things about one of the reasons I call Lisa my anti-Ellen is because we are the same age. Lisa is a relatively clean comic. I am not. Lisa has triplets. I have never carried to term. So these are just things that we have in common. Lisa plays churches. I do basements and bars and everything. So but she's so funny and she's so kind to me no matter what. And that's all that matters. So thank you so much.
This is a good show, though, Ellen. This is a good show.
I have also done a bar. I have done a basement.
Oh, yes. I've done bars. I've done bar shows with you and I've done clubs with you. But you know, churches. I
am the anti-Ellen.
You are the anti-Ellen. I do. I walk into churches and they just, you know, it just doesn't. It's not good. I hang out with people like you guys so that, you know, I don't get struck down. But Lisa, thank you so much for taking the time to do the show. I really do.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So much fun. That wraps it up. I think this was a good show, Kathe. What do you think?
It was like we just, I think, checked all the boxes.
I do too. I do too. I really,
And
really
I
do.
just want to apologize to the audience for like my outrage at the beginning. I low blood sugar.
But the wine helps.
And my aggressiveness about having to set up the whole thing, and it took me 2 hours, and I didn't feel like anybody gave me the right. The thing is, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That was a great show.
What will happen now is that we'll all hang up and Kathe will call me and go, was I a little too hard on you?
That's true. I do it every week.
Every week.
Don't take the call this week. It'll be funny.
I'm not going to. You guys, I can't thank you all enough for tuning in. And Dennis in the booth, thank you so much, Dennis. And Rick, thanks for always allowing us to take the time to do our show. And Pam, Caroline, and Lisa, and Gary Peterson, and of course our weekly our groupie guest, Sandy Fimbers.
Oh, I'm the groupie.
I think I was surprised by that when she's like had 4 different poses during this whole show. Like, oh.
And Jesse for coming and Lloyd for coming. Thank you guys all so much. I think we're out.
We're out.
Thank you guys. Nice meeting you.
What do I need to do? Dennis,
I know. Now what do you need to do, Kathe? Now, smarty pants. How do you shut the damn thing down?
I don't know.